across the country, real estate is very different. Months of inventory, what's happening. Tell us about your market itself, like the city, Chattanooga. Welcome back to Really Mary. I am super excited to have my dear friend, Doug Edrington, in the studio today from Chattanooga, Tennessee. And you know what? He runs a large team in Chattanooga with Berkshire Hathaway. Hello, Doug.
Thanks for having me. This will be fun.
This is going to be fun. I'm super fun with this. Yeah. So, Doug, across the country, I just did a market update the other day. Across the country, real estate is very different. Months of inventory, what's happening. I want to get to all of that, but let's first get to tell us about your market itself, like the city, Chattanooga, the outside.
Sure.
Paint us a picture.
Yeah, so Chattanooga, Tennessee is a fun spot. Chattanooga is actually right on the border. So a lot of all of our team is licensed in Tennessee and Georgia. We work both markets actually.
Okay.
But we're an hour and a half north from Atlanta. We're about 2 hours south of Nashville.
Okay.
Knoxville, Tennessee, for all the Tennessee Vols fans out there, is about an hour and a half away. So, and then, from the East Coast and then down to the Panhandle, it's about a 6-hour drive to get to a beach. So, it's pretty conveniently located, and we're starting to get a bunch of direct flights now to different places. And so it's growing. It's a small town, but it feels big.
Yeah. I mean, it's the kind of place where here in Southwest Florida, we want to flee from the heat and the storms in the summer and fall. This is like the perfect place,
and just like Chattanooga, we want to flee from the cold during the winter. So, this works out well.
It works out well. We're really, very reciprocal. Mm-hmm. So you do have the city, and then you've got a bunch of lakes, right? I mean, talk about that.
Huge outdoor. People are big into the outdoors, from hiking to climbing to caving is a huge thing, believe it or not, in Chattanooga.
Really?
And but then a lot of water sports. It seems like everybody's getting a wake boat of some sort. And there's a lot of water. We've got Chickamauga Lake, which is basically Chattanooga, and then surrounding Nickajack, Watts Bar. There's a lot of bodies of water. Yeah. And then we kind of butt up close to the Smoky Mountains. So the Ocoee River is like where they do like the whitewater rafting and stuff like that. And,
right.
The Olympics were there, I think, in 96. So for the kayaking and things of that nature. So, I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff to do.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's definitely a place I need to spend some time in, because we have previously spent time in the Carolinas or in Georgia and the Smoky Mountains, et cetera. But we haven't come far west, and it's kind of like a hidden secret, isn't it?
It's getting more popular. It seems like a lot of people talk about how they've driven through Chattanooga, and so if you've driven through Chattanooga, which, if you're up north and you're coming to Florida, you probably drive through Chattanooga, down 75, right? But to get to downtown, you just got to take like a little 10-minute detour and to really get downtown and see like our river walk and our riverfront. And I mean, there's a lot of really cool stuff going on right now for Chattanooga. If you YouTube like what do they call it? The Bend. So Tennessee River goes right through downtown Chattanooga.
Oh, wow.
And it's really wavy. And part of it's called the Bend, and they're redeveloping it. I mean, it's like a 10-year project. It's really cool. So they're redoing our minor league baseball stadium, tons of restaurants, and amphitheater outside. I think they're trying. I always get them mixed up. Is it Austin or Houston that has the or San Antonio? I mean, maybe Texas, that has like the cool river walk outside.
Oh, right. Yeah. I want to say, I don't know. I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah. If you know what I'm talking about,
Austin.
If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But it feels like that same kind of feel. I think it's Austin, and where lots of restaurants, lots of fun stuff along the water. So it's really neat. It's really growing.
Oh my gosh, this is definitely a place I got on my bucket list.
Yeah.
And we're coming in June. So.
Yeah. You'll be here in June. You'll be in Chattanooga in June. Yeah.
On my bucket list, we get to be together. Yeah. But so this is a place that you're gonna love when you go. But what am I gonna get to buy when I'm there? What does that market look like for you?
Well, so I used to think we had like a wide variety of price points and areas and locations, but then I came to like Naples, and I'm like, oh my God, like you can go from like little houses to $100 million houses. It's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy.
Chattanooga has, average price point in Chattanooga is about $350,000.
Okay.
Which would get you a really nice house. But prices can go as high, like our luxury market is over $1 million, and there's some stuff that, you'll see the 2s and the 3s and 4s in a couple pockets in a couple areas, but I mean, your money goes a long way in Chattanooga.
It sounds
to think 350,000 is an average price point. We're staying at, my wife and I are here for 3 months. We're about to head back in a couple of weeks. Kind of sad in a little ways, but we're excited to get home too. A little bit of both. But like the house that we're staying in here is like a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house that we're renting. Yeah. That is a new construction, and I think it's like a $2 million house, right? The owners paid $2 million for it.
Not even on the water.
Not on the water. No, the same house in Chattanooga, depending on location, because it's all about location. But that same house could be $500,000-$600,000, or it could be, and then there's certain pockets where it could be like a $2 million house in Chattanooga as well. But but your money can go a long way in Chattanooga.
It sounds like it. Now, how about rent? Do you get high rental income on some of those properties, or is it?
So the short-term rental game, I think that's what you're thinking, right? Or
short, or even long-term.
Yeah.
Whichever.
So the short-term rental game in Chattanooga, it is there, but Chattanooga has. Chattanooga's kind of held that down a little bit. They're a little particular of different parts of town. I think that's kind of across the country. Everybody faces that on some level.
Right.
But there is the short-term rentals is definitely has a scene in Chattanooga. The long-term rent though for investors, I mean, that's really where it's at. If you're wanting to invest, I mean, about half of our team owns rental property and they do really well with it. And we always try to help our clients that end up buying their first home, even like get them to start thinking about having a portfolio, because it seems like California I don't know if they're moving to Florida, like they moved to Tennessee, but oh my gosh, it's insane. Like all of West Coast money's coming from the West Coast like crazy. And it just feels like deals for them, just like Florida. Tennessee is one of the few states that doesn't have a state income tax either.
Which is a bonus for anybody that's coming from a state that has income tax.
Yeah.
And how about your property taxes? How are those?
They're cheap in the big scheme of things. I mean, I tell you, just like we both do, we talk to people all over the country, and you start to hear about property taxes and you start to compare numbers and you're just kind of blown away. You're like, man, we really got it made here in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Tennessee's good to your pocketbook, and it's culturally a fun place. With Chattanooga specifically though, I mean, it's got like the art scene. It's got a little bit of the music scene. We're not Nashville, right? But a lot of people, especially West Coast, they come thinking Nashville, and then they realize it's not their, if it's not their jam, because some people it is, right? But if it can either be too expensive or it can feel too condensed, right? And then they start too commercialized. So they start looking outside of Nashville to say, okay, what else is out there? And like Knoxville and Chattanooga tend to be like two places that people end up bleeding over from.
That is wonderful. Well, I will tell you, I can't wait to check. We're gonna have to do one of these in your town.
Yeah, we absolutely will.
From that perspective, but I can't wait to see it because, as an investor, I'm always looking for great places to put money, right? Yeah. And I would hope you are as well. Where your first home is, and then maybe a second home, and then some rental properties.
Yeah, I mean, you just, for example, I think like a common go-to in Chattanooga is we'll see people buying a $300,000 house. It rents for $2,200 to $2,500 a month.
Okay.
And a lot of times we tell people that, and they're like, "You're kidding, right? Like, what's the taxes? What's the insurance?" A situation like that, taxes might be $2,500 a year. Insurance is nothing. We're not like worried about big waves and hurricanes and things of that nature,
winds and those kind of
and
things.
Winds and all that stuff.
Fires,
all that kind of stuff.
Slides.
So it's pretty chill. I mean, every now and then you hear about a tornado once in a blue moon in that area, but I mean, it's usually just it's like rolling the dice. I mean, it's pretty rare. It's pretty rare. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, if you'd like to know more about the Chattanooga area for real estate, we'll put Doug's information below so that you can give him a call, and he or one of his agents on his team can actually help you. So until next time, I'm Mary Bartos with the Bartos Group of Premier Plus Realty, and my dear friend, Doug Edrington.
Thanks for having me.